Good morning and welcome to the news. I'm Cindy Williams and this is Bill Cassidy, and today we're going to be discussing Malcolm X's famous speech, The Ballot or the Bullet.
This is admittedly one of his worst speeches ever.
Actually, Malcolm X is a very wonderful public speaker.
That is incorrect. It is very evident that there are many politically correct alternatives that are much better than The Ballot or the Bullet.
Throughout his speech, Malcolm carefully weighs every option before dismissing them.
Really? I didn't hear him discuss any other options.
He says right here, the Democrats have got the government sewed up, and you're the one who sewed it up for them. And what have they given you for it? 4 years in office and just now getting into some civil rights legislation. That's where he explains how voting for the Democrats is not an option.
Okay, I see your point. But if we get rid of the Dixiecrats, they pass the bill.
Actually, that really wouldn't work. Malcolm says a Dixiecrat is nothing but a Democrat in disguise.
Okay, you got a point. They are both Democrats.
See? I always win. In our next segment, we'll be just interviewing the co-speechwriter of Malcolm X's speech, The Ballot or the Bullet. Hi, we're here with Gertrude O'Donnell, Malcolm X's speechwriter. Why is it that Malcolm X opens his speech with the opinion of the white population that is incredibly indifferent, yet he soon changes his opinion and begins to speak as though the whites are the bad guys?
When Malcolm opens his speeches, he's trying to dismiss any bias that some may speculate that he possesses. Another way to put it is that he's trying to hook in his audience and level any potential bias. You may assume that Malcolm speaks as though the whites are bad people, but he's not trying to put down whites specifically. He is against politicians or Americans, or he's against any politicians who put us or Americans in a position we are currently in. Whether or not the politicians are white or black, Malcolm is opposed to them, and in this case, they just happen to be white.
I agree with you. However, many of our loyal viewers believe that Malcolm has packed his speech with hypocrisy and contradictory statements. Would you agree?
To some extent, yes, I would agree. Malcolm is trying to appease more than one type of audience. These various audiences are like cliques of a high school. They all are different, and they all need to be targeted and reeled in while Malcolm X is delivering the speech. He can't write 6 speeches and convey them all at the same time.
At a few points in the speech, Malcolm says that the white politicians use their trickery and treachery in order to get the black people to vote for them. Do you believe that this statement is true?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
And so do I. Thank you, Gertrude, for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
It's been nice to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
After this little commercial break, we'll be back.
My first kiss went a little like this.
Hello, I'm Sarah Lynn, and I'm here where Malcolm X delivered his famous speech, The Ballot or the Bullet. In most of his speeches, he tries using common sense to get his listeners to agree with him. For example, he states in his speech, The Ballot or the Bullet, "Let your dying be reciprocal. This is what is meant by equality." And look what we have here.
Hey!
What are your views on this subject?
I think he's a pretty good guy.
And how does he use common sense in his speeches?
Well, I could understand it, so I think he made sense, because I'm just a kind of a little simpleton myself, so.
Do you agree with what he said, with his interpretation?
Most of the time.
Most.
Most of the time. Only most.
Back to you, Cindy.
Bubbling, babbling baboon. Hi!
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, quite like that.
No.
And you can be Rosa Parks. And I'm Helen Keller.
Hello, I'm...
Hi, we're back with Gertrude. We have the town retard.
Not funny.
At the news, we're always